I know that you're afraid, it feels like every day things are slipping away, you're slipping away. And you think back to a time that you were lost. Thoughts disorganized, can't seem to dry your eyes, and chaos is collapsing from your mind. And you say that you're fine, but now you're out of time, out of time, you're out of time, you're out of time, and now you're out of time. Now you're out of time. Never measure up, you'll never be enough. People say tough love, you should just suck it up. And you think back to a time that you were lost.
Hello.
Hi, Dr. Simone, how are you?
I'm good, how are you?
I'm good. What's going on with Kodak?
So we got the results on Monday afternoon that he had roundworm. On Monday night, I gave him the Revolution treatment that Dr. Barb provided me when we were in on Thursday, and he was fine. Yesterday, he just didn't eat anything. Not at all. Not a single bite of anything. No dry food, wet food. Even I give him like a kitten milk treat because he was sucking on my dog like he used to on his mom, so I just thought maybe that'd help him, and it actually did. Like, he loves it. But he didn't even have any of that, and that was only like a treat here once in a while. But and I didn't see him drink any water. That doesn't mean he didn't. It's just because he's in isolation, so I'm not with him every second, so I can't tell you if he did or not. And then last night he threw up. The throw up was completely clear, and I could see a bunch of dead worms in there. Like, because it was clear, I could see them all. And then today, again, he hasn't eaten, so it's been like 30-something hours without him eating anything. So he hasn't eaten yet, and he hasn't thrown up or anything. He's a little calmer than he normally is, I would say. But maybe, I think that's just because he hasn't eaten. And he was the second smallest of his litter. All of his other litter mates obviously have the worms. My friends too that I was in contact with last night, she says they took the treatment really well and there was no issues, but they're 3 pounds. He's only at 1 pound 7 ounces, so I'm like, well, he doesn't have that. He doesn't have that much to lose. Whereas if they lost a point here and there, I'm sure they'd be all right. And I know kittens can turn like super quick. So I just wanted to get him in and get him seen and.
Perfect. Yeah, it sounds like he's got quite a bit of load of worms in there if he vomited some up as well.
Okay, so he's got.
If we apply the treatment, sometimes we do see them come out of both ends if they have a really heavy load.
Okay.
So we'll examine him first. We'll start with that, and then we'll decide where we need to go with him from there.
Okay. Okay, so she just took him in. And now it's just a waiting game, waiting to get a call to see what she's come up with, what she found, if she didn't find anything like that. She's also concerned that he's not eating, and I explained just like how small he is. As she saw him, he's really tiny, and he was the second smallest of the litter. The only one smaller than him was the runt, which was Pixie, which is his only sister, which is the one my mom kept. So she was the only one smaller than Kodak. He was the second last out. And yeah, he's incredibly small. He's only 1.7 he's only 1 pound 7 ounces, whereas I know 2 of his brothers that my friend has were both 3 pounds. That's a significant difference. That doesn't necessarily mean anything. It's just he doesn't have, you know, as much weight to lose as, like, say a 3-pound kitten does. Obviously you don't want any kitten to lose weight, but yeah, he just doesn't have the excess weight that some cats have. So that's just why I'm concerned with him, because he's little. Also, just just a bit of a worrywart when it comes to my animals. I'm sure you guys know that from a few vlogs with Milk Toast, where I'm concerned or upset. And actually, I'm just looking at the vet's office. I think they got new lights out front, and I'm not a huge fan of them. 2:37. So he went in at 2:30, so it's only been 7 minutes, and it feels like it's been like half an hour. I'm also incredibly hungry because I haven't had anything to eat today. So that's interesting. Alright, he's not dehydrated or anything. We offered him some of this recovery food, and he's eating it.
Oh,
Okay?
good. Oh, good.
So I'm going to send you home with the rest of the can.
Okay.
For tonight, I want you to give him smaller meals,
Okay.
so about every 1 to 2 hours, and just a little bit at a time.
Okay.
We don't want to fill his stomach too much all at once.
Right.
And then tomorrow, as long as he's eating, you can go back to the regular amount.
Okay.
Okay? Obviously, if you're noticing any more vomiting, if he stops eating again, let us know.
Okay.
Okay?
Do you know why he just stopped eating? Is it just because
It's
he
one of
was...
the roundworms.
Yeah.
Like, it makes them feel unwell if they all die at once. If they have a really heavy load, they can sometimes even block as they're all trying to come out at once.
Right.
But his stomach feels nice and soft. I don't feel anything
So it's
concerning there.
maybe it's just they're all dying.
Yeah, yeah.
So should they all be dead now that he's had the revolution? He shouldn't need it again? Or?
So he will need it again next month.
Okay.
Because all those adults that we just killed yesterday might have
Oh.
laid some eggs.
Okay.
And those eggs won't get killed by the medication. So
Okay.
those eggs will develop into babies, which will be killed with the next one.
Oh, okay.
And then we should be good.
All right. And with the litter pan, should I get rid of it? What should I do with it?
Just clean it really well. As long as he's not going in there and like eating his poop, he shouldn't really infect himself again.
My dog ate his
Yeah.
poo, so she has roundworm now.
Yeah.
Super exciting. But,
Oh,
okay.
these creatures.
Oh, I'm so glad.
Yeah.
he's okay. I already
give you
have
this.
sick animals. He doesn't need to be
I know,
sick.
right? Excellent.
Thank
Perfect.
you
So
so
just keep
much.
us updated on how he's doing.
And how much for today's?
It's just for the canned food.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
perfect.
So that once they get everything settled with your account, they'll send you an invoice.
Oh, perfect. Thank
Okay?
you so
Or we
much.
can do it when he's in for vaccines next.
Yeah, I think it'll be about two weeks
Yeah.
or so.
Yeah. Perfect.
Thank you so
Excellent,
much.
you're
And
welcome.
Is he too small for his?
He's a little thin, but that can be the roundworms too. Once you get the worms out, he'll start to gain a little bit
Because
better.
my friend took 2.
Yeah.
And then another lady took 2, so there were 6 of them. And his mom is incredibly small.
Yeah.
And then my mom actually kept the kitten and his mom because
Yeah.
she did really well inside. The other 2 were 3 pounds, and he's only
Yeah.
7.
Yeah.
I was like, why are you so little?
Yeah. Yeah. He'll grow. Right?
He gets lots of food.
He will grow. Well, he was 1.2 today.
Oh, so he's
in
dropped
pounds,
quite a bit.
yeah, he would have. Oh, that's in kilos.
Okay.
So in pounds, that's times 2.2. So he would just be like 2.5.
oh, so he's gained weight.
He's coming up then. Yeah.
Yay.
Okay.
Thank you so
You're
much.
welcome. Let's get you out of here. Let's get you out of here. Poor Kodak. Poor baby boy. Did you have to go to the vet today? Poor boy. Poor baby boy. Okay guys, we are back from the vet, and I just wanted to fill you in on what I was told, what's happening with him, why he's not feeling well, why he's not eating, and just to let you know what she said, because I did put in the conversation, but I can't tell you now how the audio is for it because there was a lot of wind and I haven't edited it yet. I will do my best to, you know, save the audio because, like I said, I don't know how it turned out. But anyway, so what did she say? Well, basically, Kodak probably has a ton of worms. That's kind of what we've come up with. Usually when a cat has a lot of worms, it starts coming out both ends because they need to expel it somehow, while they're throwing up or, you know, the other one. And likely that's what it was, and because there's so many worms and they're all dying off really quickly, it's probably upsetting his stomach, and that's why he's not eating, because basically he's feeling like crap. So that's kind of where we're at with that. She also checked for any blockages in his stomach. Sometimes when the worms, there's a lot of them and they're all coming out, they kind of get blocked. But his stomach feels nice and soft. There's no issues there. She doesn't feel any lumps or anything like that. So that's a good sign. And likely he's just feeling like a piece of poo because all of the worms inside him are dying. And it's just hard on his stomach because he's so little, right? She did say he's thin. He is thin for his age. He should be a little more bulky, weigh a little more. He did go up. When I took him to the vet last week, he was 1.7, and now he is 2.5. So he's gained weight, which is good. However, because of the worms, he wasn't gaining as much weight. Every time, especially with parasites, you know, you feed them, you're feeding the parasites as well as the animal, so the animal doesn't get as much of the nutrition as they should, which is why he is smaller for his size and why he's thin. So now that the worms are being taken care of, he should start growing a bit more, getting a bit more bulky. And you know, if he doesn't eat next time and he has a little more weight, it's not such a concern. Obviously every time they don't eat, you need to be focused on that, concerned about that, but he doesn't have anything to spare. Like, if he misses a meal, it's a big meal for him that he's missing. So anyway, she said what I should do is every 2 hours I need to give him a little bit of food, just a little, not a lot, and just kind of get him, you know, getting that in him so that he's getting the nutrition and he's not missing his meals, and everything like that. And then once he's feeling better, he'll go back to eating his regular food, which is why he's not eating right now, because he feels like crap. And when, you know, you have the flu and you're throwing up, the last thing you want to do is eat. So even though you should, that's the last thing you want to do. And that's again what's happening with him, is he's not hungry because he's not feeling great.
Thoughts disorganized, can't seem to dry your eyes, and chaos is collapsing from your mind. You say that you're fine.
Okay guys, so we're back at the vet again today. They just took Kodak in about half hour before we left for the vet. He threw up really bad again. He's been having diarrhea. He's not been eating. Just kind of everything that I talked about yesterday. And I'm more concerned today because it's the second day. But yeah, so they just took him in. She said they're gonna give him an anti-nausea injection to help with the throwing up and the puking and everything, and they also might give him some subcutaneous fluids if he's dehydrated, because he's been throwing up and he's had some bad bowel movements. So that is where we're at. I have Luna with me. Come here, Luna. Come say hi to the vlog. Here's my Luna Lou. Look up here. Yay! So Luna's here and we're just waiting for her to bring Kodak back, and hopefully everything's all right and, you know, he gets over this quickly. It's really all to do with how many worms he's trying to express. His poor little body is just having a rough go at it, so. Okay. Oh. One in.
He's not happy with us today.
Okay.
So the anti-nausea injection, it stings a little bit. He's very
very angry. And then we gave him some sub-Q fluids.
Was he dehydrated?
He's a little bit dehydrated. I did check his blood sugar. It's still okay.
Okay.
The anti-nausea injection should start to make him feel better. It lasts for 24 hours, so we shouldn't see any vomiting over the next 24 hours. It's going to take an hour or two for it to have a real good effect, so don't offer him any food for the next hour or two, because if he's feeling nauseous, we want that to resolve first.
You don't want him to throw up the meds you just got.
Exactly.
Okay.
So no food for 2 hours, and then you can try a little bit of canned food.
Okay.
If by first thing tomorrow morning, so 8 o'clock, he's not eating, I want to see him, and we'll probably have to hook him up to IV fluids and to get the medication into him that way, or if you can't get the medication in. Because if we can't get the medication in, we're not going to get ahead of this.
Right.
Okay? The medication, it's half a tablet every 12 hours for 5 days. And I did split them for you already. So you'll see just like that little piece.
So if he throws that up, then you want to see him again as well?
Absolutely.
Okay.
If he throws up at all overnight, or if he gets like really dumpy, then bring him to the emergency clinic. I'm not really expecting that with him. But if he's not eating by tomorrow morning, I want to see him in the morning, and we'll probably hook him up to IV for the day. Just to get ahead of this and before the weekend.
Yeah, and I just don't want him to lose any weight. So.
No, exactly. This usually works, but we do worry if there's a lot of worms
Is
in there.
this normal for them to go through? Because I talked to my friend who has 2 of his litter mates, and the other woman who has 2 of his litter mates. My mom is actually coming in on. I'm coming back with her on Saturday because she's bringing his mom and his sister.
Yeah.
So I guess we'll find out.
Yeah.
But none of his other litter mates had any issues. They took the deworming and were just fine. But
Right.
they're all bigger than he is.
Exactly. So it could just be his size that is hitting him a lot harder, or maybe he's had a heavier load than everyone else did. We do worry that they can potentially block if they have a lot of worms come out all at once.
You said
They
that
all die and they
yesterday.
stick together. His belly is still nice and soft, so he's not giving me any indication that that's what's going on, because usually they are quite painful. Okay? But I want to see him eating by the morning, at least a little bit.
And he's going to be a bit mad.
He's going to be mad.
Okay guys, so we just got home from the vet like about 20 minutes ago, and I'm just consoling him because Kodak has had a day. He wants to go. Okay. Okay, baby. Okay, so as I was saying, Kodak didn't get any better from yesterday. He ate a tiny bit, and then about half hour before we had to leave for the appointment, like I said in the car, he threw up everywhere. Like everything that he had in his stomach left was on the floor. So he's just not been having a great day, and I was getting more and more worried as time went on. Anyway, here he is. Anyway, so we took him back to the vet, and she agreed that he did need something. He needed something to help, so she gave him an anti-nausea shot. This will help keeping him from throwing up, and if he doesn't feel nauseous, he might eat. She also gave me some pills to take home to help with that for the next 5 days, so every 12 hours I have to give him half a pill to make sure he's not throwing up and that he continues eating. He was also dehydrated, unfortunately, because he's not eating and he's not getting the fluids, and he's throwing up and he's having diarrhea. He needed fluids, so they gave him subcutaneous fluids, which is just like a needle that goes right under the skin and gives him some fluids to help with that. They checked his blood sugar. Thankfully, that's okay. She said I do need to just make sure he is eating, because if he doesn't eat, his blood sugar is going to go down and then he's going to crash. So we need to get him eating. And she said he's probably just in a little bit of pain. They gave him some pain meds. Yeah, he didn't have very fun today at the vet. The needle for the anti-nausea med hurts when they put it in, so it burned him a bit, so he's uncomfortable and just unhappy. And he's going to be feeling pretty out of it for the rest of the day. She did say if he goes down, if he starts going downhill at all tonight, take him right to the emergency vet. She doesn't think that'll happen, that she thinks he'll come around. She said if by 8 o'clock tomorrow morning he still hasn't eaten, I need to take him back to the vet. Without a question, he needs to go back to the vet. So at 8 o'clock tomorrow morning, we will decide if that is needed, if he's eaten. If he throws up at all, he needs to go to the vet. He shouldn't throw up at all, so if he is throwing up, that's a bad sign. Yeah, that's where we are. That's where we're at, and the goal is to just get him through this. The problem is he needs to clear the worms. That's all this is. Once the worms are clear from his system, he'll feel better, he'll be fine, and he'll eat again. So we just gotta get him through this period of clearing the worms, and unfortunately he had just a really bad case of roundworms, so he's not having fun, I'm not having fun, and you know, I want my baby boy to be okay, and you know, if I knew he was gonna be so sick, I would have waited to post the other video, just to make sure that, you know, everything with the roundworm went okay. But it's all good. It's obvious. It's very fixable. That's the thing. It's fixable. It's just a rough patch, and he's little, and yeah. So anyway, here's my little Kodak. We're just gonna cuddle and relax, and I'm actually gonna just let him sleep for a while, and just chill because he had a rough day. So anyway, guys, I will catch up with you later, and we will chat in a few hours, see how he's doing, and I'll just fill you guys in on any progress. Of course, if anything happens before then, you guys will be the first to know, besides any professionals or anything that need to be made aware of. Also, I'll just show you guys. Here he is. Here's little Kodak. This is where he got the needle, right here. He got the needle right here, so his fur is all greasy and it hurts. So we won't be touching him there. And yeah. Anyway, guys, I will check in with you in a few hours. Hi, baby boy. Hi, baby boy. Okay, guys, it has been a few hours since I last checked in with you. Kodak is feeling much, much better, and he's even eaten, and I got a little clip of it. I'm so happy. As you guys can even see, like, in his face, he's perked up a little bit, so oh, I'm just so happy that he's feeling a little bit better, and he's just been resting and sleeping and recuperating because he has just had a rough couple of days. So yeah, I'm just I was really worried for him there for a second. So yeah, I'm just so happy that he's feeling a little bit better. Hi guys, so it has been almost a full week since I last updated this vlog. I am so happy to say that Kodak made a 100% recovery. You wouldn't even know he was sick at this point. He is doing so well. 100% honest with you guys, there was a point in this vlog that I didn't honestly know if he was going to make it or not, because he had not eaten, he was throwing up, he was not himself. I was so scared. I was so scared, so nervous. And like I said, I don't know what this vlog has become, but what I can say is thank you. I had so many people on Facebook, on Twitter, on Instagram, who've reached out and who've sent me healing thoughts, sent me hope, sent me prayers, just words of encouragement. That means so much to me, and I know this vlog is gonna go up after everything, but honestly guys, it means the world to me. So if you want to join that awesome community, if you want to, you know, be more up to date with things, because I know this vlog is coming out after, follow me on Twitter, follow me on Instagram, follow me on, you know, even TikTok or anything like that. Everything is linked down below. I don't know if my TikTok is linked down below, but I know my Twitter is, and I know my Instagram is, and I'm very active on that, so that's a more up-to-date thing. But Anyway, like I said, thank you to everyone who reached out and sent me something, whether it was words of encouragement, prayers, healing thoughts, whatever it may be. It meant a lot, and it really, really helped me. Anyway, in saying all that, this vlog is ending on a happy note, and if you are just as happy as I am that Kodak is okay, that he's made 100% recovery, please give this video a big thumbs up. If you want to see more of my channel, hit that subscribe button down below. Don't forget to turn on the bell icon so you always know when I post a new video. I post a new video every Tuesday and Saturday at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm so happy this vlog ended on a happy note. Okay, anyway guys, Kodak loves you. Milque and Luna love you. Snapple loves you. Did I miss anyone? Kahlua loves you. And I'll see you in the next video. Peace, hugs, and hippie love. Did I say that already? Peace, hugs, and hippie love. Bye, guys.
You say that you're fine, but now you're out of time.